Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a special live midweek episode of Strong Style here on the Outlaw Nation channel. I am the Outlaw, John Rocha, joined as always by my brother down there in Orlando, recovering from Spider-Man No Way Home. He just got out of the theater. No spoilers, but he just got out of the theater. Aaron Turner, how are you?
Emotional, that's for sure. It's a trip, man. Like, if you haven't seen it, of course, no spoilers, but it's like, don't get spoiled by this movie. Like, don't let people spoil it for you. Like, stay off Twitter if you have to. Like, if you can't see it for a couple days, like, stay off the internet, because you do not want these moments like ruined for you. And it's just like, I wish I could tell you, but I'm not gonna, because I don't want to. Because people at like my theater were like losing their mind, and I get it, like totally get it. Like it's a movie that you should see in the theater if you're comfortable with that. So yeah, it's just epic in every form.
Yeah, epic. Speaking of epic, I'm wearing my Monday Night Messiah shirt. Just got in from the WWE. Thank you so much. $5 during their Black Friday sale. Had to get something to rip my boy Seth Rollins. I'm gonna have to wash it, man. These extra large is a little bit bigger than I remember for some of these shirts, my man. So I'm gonna have to wash this stuff. But I'm excited that you liked it. I did a non-spoiler review. It's up on the channel now for Spider-Man No Way Home. We're gonna do a spoiler review at some point with the Geek Buddies this weekend. I can't wait to talk about it. I'm going insane that I can't talk about it yet. And I'm going to definitely find a way to go see this thing this weekend on IMAX in some way, shape, or form. Because I imagine even in IMAX, it's gorgeous. Because I said in my non-spoiler review, the guy who deserves a lot of credit here for the film itself is Mauro Fiore, who is the cinematographer. He did Avatar. He did a bunch of these epic films. He didn't do the last two movies. So you can tell there was more of a cinematic or grander feel to this film than the other Spider-Man movies, and for many reasons. So I'm looking forward to seeing it on IMAX in its full glory for sure.
I saw it in Epic Theaters, because that's what's near my house, and it's called Epic XL, whatever the highest def they can, I guess. So it was good. It was good. I'm used to the Cinemark. That's like my jam. But I don't have a Cinemark near me anymore. So right on. But yeah, it was fine. It was good. It was good.
Right. But you guys aren't here to hang out and talk about Spider-Man No Way Home.
Or are you?
Or are you? Maybe I'm sure it'll creep in as we go along here tonight. We're talking about some fun pro wrestling news, fun and then not so fun as well. Pro wrestling news happening here. And then later on in the show, we are going to do a live watch along of this Bryan Danielson, Adam Hangman Page, AEW Heavyweight Championship match that everyone is talking about. Tongues are wagging all over social media from AEW Dynamite. So we are looking forward to seeing this one and watching it with you all. So Aaron, and I want to remind you all to please, if you're watching us right now, hit that like button and hit that, if you're watching later, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment. Also remember the Streamlabs and Super Chats are open. So, hey, it's a Wednesday night, Thursday night, we're hanging out, having fun. So send us some questions, thoughts, and comments. It's a Thursday night. Let's get wild talking some pro wrestling. So, Aaron, where are we off to first?
All right, so we're going to talk about Jeff Hardy. We talked about it a little bit last week, the situation going on. If you don't know, like at this live event, Jeff Hardy left the match, went into the crowd, was acting somewhat strange. Yeah. And, I chalked it up saying, until someone tells me different, I feel like he's injured. He's running around like an injured person. Because he did take pictures after with the fans and meet and greeted with the fans. So that was a little weird. And then it comes out that WWE may have asked him to go seek some sort of treatment. And then right after that, it was announced that WWE had released Jeff Hardy as of this week. So that was Texas where the event was. It was between the Brotherhood, the Usos and Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre and Xavier Woods is where that happened. Yeah. So he was eventually replaced by Rey Mysterio, but it's just so strange that not only did this happen, which, I mean, we're all concerned for Jeff Hardy. We want Jeff Hardy to be well. And then all of a sudden, the next day or two, he's on his brother Matt's Twitch stream.
Yeah.
And he's promoting like an autograph tour and saying, oh, I'm sorry, I was listening to Release Me by Wilson Phillips or whatever he said. I was like, wait a minute, like, was this some kind of ploy to like get released? Because if that's true, that's fucked, dude, because you have too many people that like really genuinely care for you, not just fans. I mean, I'm talking like colleagues that cared for you and your well-being. And to see something like this, if that's true, I don't know. Hypothetically, let's say it is true that he just did this ploy to get out of WWE. It's fucked, man. Like, I hate that. And that makes me not like Jeff Hardy, and even more than I already didn't like him. So,
yeah.
That sucks. That sucks if that's true. Hopefully it's not. And I hope that if Jeff is experiencing some issues, I hope that he gets treatment. I hope that he has the support that he needs. I don't think, and this is just me judging, I don't think that he needs to go on any kind of tour. I don't think he needs to go, even if it is regional to North and South Carolina, I don't think he needs to go on any kind of tour and be around people, be around, party favors, if you will. I don't think he needs to be around any of that stuff for a little bit until we kind of smooth out what's going on here. So what do you think of this whole situation? It feels weird, right?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's so, but nowadays, dude, I don't know what's going on in the world with people. I don't know what's going on in their heads. And we seem to be in one of these places now where the energy is really strange in the world. And certainly with the WWE stuff, with all those massive amounts of releases of incredible talent, up and coming talent, established talent, veteran talent, you're wondering to yourself, why go this route? If Jeff wanted to be released, I'm sure he could have just asked for his release, and they'd have been great. Take off. We're going to replace your roster with someone we were going to let go. Now they're here. We're going to see what we can do with them. I'm sure there are people that were just on the precipice of being released or not released, Aaron, that were released that could have really enjoyed a spot being there that Jeff Hardy walked away from. So if he did this because to try to get out of the WWE contract, that's terrible. However, we do know, and even more so, it's more terrible because we do know about his substance abuse issue. So if this was him taking advantage of a point of view or a mindset or a narrative that has been established because of his behavior in the past in order to get himself released, and there he is popping up on Matt Hardy's videos, that is such a low rent way to get yourself out of the situation. I get it. You might be mad at WWE. You might think, I don't owe him anything. I think today we're celebrating 13 years since he won the WWE Championship.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty incredible. He's had a hell of a history in the WWE, and the WWE has taken him back numerous times after these substance abuse issues, after these situations where he's found. This is the first time Jeff's been kind of caught out in situations, I think, live on TV and also at house shows and whatever. So he's got a track record of doing this. So if this was his way of getting out of there, I think is the wrong way to go. But if this is a real thing, if this is actually something that's going on with him, then I think it's weird that Matt Hardy is going to put him out on the road and got 4 shows and all that. I just don't know what to believe in this situation because it's so weird for him to just go on Matt Hardy's video. And Matt Hardy's his brother. And Matt Hardy's a caring guy. If anyone knows what's actually going on with Jeff, it's Matt. So why would Matt promote 4 shows coming up on a tour if he knows his brother is having a breakdown or has substance abuse issues that are popping up again? It makes no sense to put him in a situation where he could escape from you. He could slide out the back door, go get high, go get drunk, go hang out with some nefarious people or whatever, and get into a bad situation and ruin the rest of your tour. He could do it on the first night and just ruin the rest of the tour. Yep. It doesn't make sense. So in the end, I'm not sure what to believe in this situation, but God, I hope it's weird to say that I hope it's serious, that I hope it's real, because you want him to get his help. Because the other side of it is him taking advantage of a narrative, and that's an ugly way to get people to kind of be on your side about a substance abuse situation. So I'm just really confused by it all, and I don't know how to feel about it because he popped up on that video with Matt Hardy.
It's an odd situation for sure. Draws Walker said in the chat that he had those shows planned for a while now, so it's not anything new.
Yeah, but then you cancel them, don't you? You don't go on them.
I think it depends on where they are. Like if it's at a bookstore or something like that, sure. But if it's at like a bar or like a nightclub where these things tend to be, then you kind of, I don't know, man. Like, I'm a live and let live kind of person as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody. But Jeff Hardy has hurt himself in the past. So, I mean, we've seen the Victory Road thing with Sting, like what happened there. And we've seen these things. And I just want him to be well. Like as a person, I want him to be well. Right. So all these people, they're like, well, Jeff's going to show up in AEW. Like, dude, like, come on. He's like 40 plus years old. Look at what Matt's doing in AEW. I wouldn't say it's entertaining. So it's just like, I don't know, dude. Like, I just want the guy to be well. Just figure it out.
Yeah. And you wonder, like, why would he refuse help from the WWE? That's what Fightful is reporting, why would he refuse help? Because WWE has helped people in the past with their substance abuse issues, with their personal issues, mental health issues. They don't have the greatest track record of doing that, but if they like you, they certainly do go out of their way. Vince goes out of his way to kind of support and give you every opportunity to come through. That's one of the things that, look, we can bash Vince to pieces, and certainly there's enough evidence to bash Vince to pieces, but there's also evidence that if Vince really likes you and champions you and sees you as part of his family, he will go the extra few miles to make sure you come back and you're back to your old form. Yes, there are two sides to it in that, A, yes, you get healed, but B, he can also use you and make money off of you for sure. But he does care, and I think that's what you see here with Jeff Hardy, who's been, in essence, a lifer at the WWE. The fact that he turned down their aid or their assistance makes it feel like he wanted out whatever means necessary. And you got to ask yourself, why didn't you just walk up there and ask for your release? And why not make a stink about it on social media? That way they let you go instead of going through the crowd, just kind of running off a show. It's an employee who did that. You'd be like, why the fuck did you just walk away?
My friend Shane has a theory, and it's only a theory. It's a hypothetical theory, of course, that Jeff got popped for something minor, like marijuana or something. Okay. And that WWE was like, all right, listen, dude, like, we know the track record. You're going to go to rehab or we're just going to let you go. And he was like, fuck that. It's weed. I'm out. So that's his theory. And that would make sense.
That would make sense, right?
That would make sense. Yeah. I'm not
especially when
they're
about to sell it, Aaron, right? It possibly, right? Yeah, so you don't want a guy in there who's using the.
But they also have Riddle, and they make light of it on NXT because of MSK. They make it's like they're feigning pot smoking. We know what they're doing, so it's like. But, it could be this thing where Jeff was just like, yeah, I'm not going to rehab for pot. See ya. But, of course, it's just speculation. Don't quote me on any of that. No. I don't want to see it on a dirt sheet that I said that. But it's just a theory posited to me by my friend Shane.
I mean, it's not a bad theory. It's not an out of the realm of possibility theory, I guess is what I would say. So, man. Well, it's unfortunate. If it's real and he's really dealing with this, then, of course, both of us wish him the best and hope he gets the help he needs. And we hope Matt is making sure he's monitoring this to get him the help he needs. But if this is another way out, then man, I don't know. You kind of ruin your legacy a little bit by going this route, bro. In my opinion, bro.
Just real quick, like if anyone's going to click on the link to the watch along, make sure you have an ad blocker. Just want to throw that out there. Definitely have an ad blocker. So just go ahead and get that queued up. But anyway, we'll see how it unfolds over the next couple of weeks. He's got the 90-day non-compete, so it's going to be 90 days before he gets where you get to see where he goes.
Right. We're going on the tour. All right. What do we and just a reminder, the Streamlabs super chats are open, ladies and gentlemen. Just pin the address in the chat there. If you want to send a Streamlab, you want to send a super chat, we'd appreciate it. Madly, any support. As I said, we're coming to you live. Special midweek episode here because we're not going to be able to do the show on Saturday. So just putting the episode up tonight, hoping to get some people joining us live, hanging out here tonight, getting wild with us tonight on Strong Style. So where are we off to next year, brother man?
To me, this is the most shocking story of the week. And I say this because I was like, man, Kevin Owens, like totally gone. Kevin Owens, like not sticking around. WWE's not doing anything with him. They're making him look kind of like a goof. Like, all right, well, Kevin Owens is going to go join the Young Bucks and Adam Cole. Like they had said, like in Ring of Honor, hey, this is the wrestling Mount Rushmore, Young Bucks and Adam Cole and Kevin Owens. Right. I was like, well, fuck, he's good as gone. And then even on Twitter, he's been like teasing, like, I'm going to go hang out with like my friends Adam Cole and the Young Bucks. And it's like, okay, well, see you later, Kevin. And we knew his contract was coming up in January. And he re-signed. Kevin Owens, that tricky Canadian SOB, has re-signed with WWE due to a substantial offer they gave him. Hey. So Kevin Owens going to stick around for a little bit longer. I believe it was a 3-year deal. I could be wrong, but Kevin Owens, former Universal Champion, Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, going to stick around a little bit. He has that shirt that says "Stun the World," and I got to tell you, dude, he did. I think he really did. I know that Kevin is very loyal to the WWE. That's where he wanted to be all along. When he left Ring of Honor, that's exactly where he wanted to be. He wanted his match with John Cena. He got it. I think he thinks there's a lot more for him to do in WWE, and good. I like Kevin. I think Kevin can be an integral part in the WWE because he's a flex player. You can make him a heel, you can make him a babyface, and people will support him either way. So shout out to KO for getting that money, and good to see him around WWE some more.
According to Wrestling Observer Radio, we're looking at a contract that is for 3 years, believed to be in the range of $2 to $3 million per year.
That's nice.
That is nice. And in an update, Owens appeared on the Les Antipodes de la Lutte podcast by French language commentator Pat Laprade, and he commented about himself re-upping with the WWE. He said, "I'll just say that my contract still ends on January 31st, but not 2022. It implies that he will be going, he's there till 2025, according to the contract. I will still be in WWE for several years. The decision was pretty easy because it was the best thing for my family. When it comes to that, it's always a pretty easy decision to take. WWE has been in my home for 7 years now, so I have a sense of belonging. Basically, I spent the majority of my career here. When you look at the wrestling companies I've wrestled for in WWE, that's where I've been the longest. That's where I need to be for the next few years. That's how I felt, and that's the decision I made." If you read between the lines, Laprade said on his blog, when Owen says he did the best thing for his family, it could mean that it was the financial aspect of the deal that influenced the wrestler to stay with the WWE, and he's going to compete in the WWE Day 1 pay-per-view on New Year's Day in the Fatal 4-Way with Lashley, Rollins, my boy, and Big E. So this makes so much sense. I mean, dude, they were cutting salary like crazy, so clearly they've got a little bit of money to throw around to the people they see having a future over with the fans, can make money off of, can put butts in seats and sell merch. And as you said here, Aaron, Kevin Owens is a 5-tool player, man. You can put him wherever you want to put him, and the man is going to create great matches, great promos, great programs, all of it. Fantastic drama, tell great stories in the ring, have great matches, no matter what it is, no matter what the stipulations of the matches are, he will bring it. So you put in a little bit of money for a guy like that because you don't want to lose a guy like this to these other federations. You want this guy to be here. And clearly they see something in him that they've enjoyed over the last few years. As anti-establishment as Kevin Owens has been throughout his entire career, it's kind of ironic that now he has gone on to stay and be a part of the establishment for at least 3 more years. But that being said, when your family's involved, all that pride shit, all that, being a rebel shit goes out the window because you got to provide. And the fact that he's getting $2 to $3 million, I mean, that's pretty incredible I'm sure that's something he never even thought of in his mind was a possibility. And so seeing that for him, I'm happy for him, to be honest with you, because the man deserves a lot of scratch for the great matches he puts on the last few years.
You know something, and people are probably going to laugh at this, but you know something that Vince McMahon really rewards a lot is loyalty.
Yes.
And Kevin Owens has been a guy that's been loyal to the company. I mean, he's rarely taken time off. I don't think he's been injured. I could be wrong. He may have had an injury, but ever since he came to NXT, he's been like a big deal.
Yeah.
And you never hear anything nefarious about Kevin Owens. You never hear anything that he's done.
Yeah.
If anything, you hear about when he's a heel and he does something nice. He's like, all right, shut up. I mean, the guy got on stage at a Shania Twain concert and sang with Shania Twain. So
remember that.
The guy just has it all. Like, people want to see this guy perform. Every time he comes out, people are excited to see him. So it's nice to see that rewarded. I like it.
Do you think that's coming for some of these other wrestlers that are maybe having their contracts coming up real soon? Do you anticipate WWE is keeping around and paying top dollar for some of these people? It's like the NFL, right? As soon as, or NBA or any sports league, as soon as one person gets paid and it gets out what that person's getting paid,
right,
then everybody else after him is like, that's the foundational bar to start at. You better pay me more than that.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a hike with some contracts. So you got to think your top people, your Romans, your Seths, your Drew McIntyres, your Big E's, they're making quite a bit. The New Day probably making quite a bit. And then probably Kevin is in there somewhere. And then you've got, Charlotte, Sasha, Bailey, Becky. They're all making top dollar.
Right.
So you got to think that some of these other people like Cesaro, or maybe not Cesaro, I don't know. Like, they're going to get some kind of bigger offer than I think they were thinking.
Yeah.
Because like you said, a rising tide raises all ships is the cliche. So
it's true.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, are we done with this news?
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
A lot of rumors popping up here over the last few days about MJF. Is this great work by his publicist, or do you think there is some truth to these rumors that the WWE is sniffing around MJF and might want to bring him to the WWE? And am I wrong to feel shivers going down my spine that they're going to fuck this guy up instead of making him a top class heel like he's been in AEW.
Well, let's go to we can go to a previous episode of Strong Style. Let's do the Wayne's World diddly-doo, where I said that in a few years, there's going to be MJF will be the first big takeaway that WWE takes from AEW. He'll be the first one.
Wow.
Because despite the money that Tony Khan has and can conjure up, it does not compare yet to the money that Vince McMahon can give you, the exposure that Vince McMahon can give you, the global appeal of the WWE. Now, even as like an AEW diehard, the people that are out there, you got to acknowledge that. Like WWE is a global, worldwide brand. MJF goes to WWE, he's going to be known across the entire world. AEW hasn't got there yet. Can they get there? Of course.
Right.
Do you want to be that guy that's known as like the foundation, or do you want to be the top guy? And I think eventually MJF is going to, you got to take the training wheels off sometime. He's in a feud with CM Punk right now. It's going well. I think WWE is right to be scouting somebody like MJF. He's young. He's very, very talented. So it would be stupid for them not to.
Yeah.
They've got to be looking at this guy.
Ranger Donald says, LOL, like MJF has a publicist. He better fucking have a publicist.
Everybody does.
Yeah, I would have a publicist if I could afford it in a heartbeat. Are you kidding? Please. You got to do that. Those people know the ins and outs. What's interesting, though, is that he retweeted with no comment a video from What Culture about why WWE is going after MJF now. He retweeted that. Now, if you're Cody Rhodes, if you're Tony Khan, aren't you being like, why are you retweeting this? Or is this just great publicity for your brand while he's still on it? And do they think inevitably he will go to the WWE? Or do you think they think they have enough time that by the time his contract is up in 2024, because he also tweeted out bidding war in 2024, that they will be in a position to offer what WWE is offering him?
I think that the correct answer is A, which is it builds AEW, because you've got to think, like, people read these headlines that maybe aren't in tune to the wrestling bubble, and they say, well, this MJF guy, he must be really talented. I wonder where I can find him. AEW Dynamite. So that's where you're going to go to find this guy. Yeah. So it's a dub for Tony Khan either way. He's getting exposure for one of his guys. He's getting exposure for his brand, and it's a win for MJF too. Keeps his name out there. He's not like swept under the rug, and eventually, big money coming that way. Either way, when his contract is up, he's getting big money from somebody.
Yeah. So I like what MJF here says. A few things. One, MJF isn't going to leave AEW. You can't say that for sure, Zeno Hour. And two, MJF can succeed anywhere. Sure, possibly.
I wouldn't say that either.
Yeah, they can bury you. Look at EC3. WWE will be under new ownership by the time MJF's AEW contract expires. That's right. It could be new ownership with way more money, and could be new ownership that is willing to spend like Time Warner did, or under Ted Turner for those WCW guys, paying them through the roof to not even wrestle a full calendar of matches like they were used to in the WWE, and giving them guaranteed money. So you don't know who's going to take over the WWE. And to say he's not leaving AEW is ridiculous. People thought Johnny Damon would never leave the Red Sox. Guess what? He was a Yankee a year later. So you just never know what's going to happen, and what the landscape of pro wrestling, which is always constantly changing, is going to offer MJF. And if at some point he's bored with the competition and wants to challenge himself with whoever is out there in the WWE. A Seth Rollins MJF match is a dream. Roman Reigns MJF match is a dream. Kevin Owens MJF match is incredible. Hell, I'd throw LA Knight in there. I'd throw Cameron Grimes in there. There would be some great matches. Big E, there would be some great matches that would challenge MJF that he doesn't necessarily have in terms of styles down in AEW. So I don't mean down in, I just mean, the southern thing. And so that could be interesting for MJF and could attract him. He's a fantastic athlete, bro. So seeing him jump to WWE would not surprise me at all.
And also part of those rumors is that not only is WWE interested in MJF, Fox is interested in MJF. So Big difference from there's a massive difference between TNT, TBS, Ted Turner, CNN. I get it. There's a big difference between that and Fox.
Yep.
Network television.
Yep.
NFL, Fox News, wherever you fall on it, it's still there. Disney, it's all there, brother. So it's like, if your network wants your guy, then you're going to be really looking hard at this guy, because if WWE, let's say WWE were to sell to Fox or Disney or whatever, then that would be a guy that you would definitely be looking at to bring into your brand. And who's to say that these pieces aren't already in place for a sell or something like that? So I think it makes a lot of sense. Like you said, you had the Johnny Damon analogy. Like, what if MJF just signs goes to WWE, signs a 2-year contract, says, I don't like it here. He just fucking goes back to AEW. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it's fine. Test the water, see what happens.
Have a little fun. Why not? I agree. We'll see. Well, we got a super chat that came through from Roberto Arsenal, the reliable Roberto Arsenal. He says, I want AEW to return to Long Island 3 times a year just to see the MJF crowd interaction again. I am happy for Owens getting paid big. Would have loved to see him in AEW, but that's okay. Happy for him. Yeah, what a very well thought out, intelligent, and understanding super chat for you to send, Roberto Arsenal. Respect.
I kind of racked my brain about where does Kevin Owens fit in AEW, and I don't think that he does right now, because you got your Adam Coles, your Hangmans, your CM Punks, your Bryan Danielsons, your MJFs. Like, where do you fit Kevin Owens in there? And I think maybe he probably saw that too. He's like, I'm not really looking to wait around. I'm already a top guy in the biggest company on the planet. Why would I, go back to try to work my way up?
Yeah, makes no sense. Agreed. And MJF Long Island. I love it. I love this question. Now, is that 3 million US dollars, or 3 million Canadians? I like that idea. I'm pretty sure it's 3 million US dollars. So,
What's the currency exchange?
From Canada to hell if
I've got to look it up.
All right, dollars to Canadian money, right? Canadian currency. 1.28 Canadian. So $1 is worth 1.28 Canadian dollars. So clearly,
okay, dogs are going ape shit. So just bear with me for a second. So Kevin Owens, if it was 3 million, in Canadian dollars, it's 3.835 million. So, but he doesn't live. I don't think he lives in Canada anymore. I think he lives in Florida. I could be wrong, but I think that's where he lives.
Respect.
There you go.
All right. There you go. Those are the big news of the week so far here, as we're doing the show here on a Thursday night. Is there anything else that popped up that you think we should touch on here, Aaron, in terms of big pro wrestling news this week?
Andrade and Charlotte broke up, man.
Woo!
That's rough.
Let's talk about it.
That's rough.
What are the rumors? What are you hearing with your ear to the ground? On Black Wrestling Twitter or other Twitters, what are you hearing about the El Idolo and Charlotte Flair breakup?
I tell you, my ear to the ground on Black Wrestling Twitter. They love Charlotte, man. The Black Wrestling Twitter loves Charlotte. We love her, man. So people were sad that they broke up.
Yes.
Because they seemed like they were really into each other, and that's always a shame. But Charlotte's out there posting thirst traps. So
man, that's
there you go, brother. Go for it. Go for it, somebody.
Yeah, I dated a girl at Universal Studios years ago, just for 3 months, right? Didn't really work out. She was much younger than I was, but I couldn't believe we were dating. She was very attractive, physically incredibly attractive. And the day after we broke up, she posted a thirst trap picture because she taught yoga at the time, from behind with her dipping down with her butt right there and her toes up. And I was like, oh, what a shot in the face. And we had to work together.
Literally a shot in the face.
Hell, it was the worst. And then we had to work together. I was like, oh, man. It was just sucked that it didn't work out. It didn't work out for a number of reasons. But just that thirst trap moment is a tough thing to see when you're an ex-boyfriend or ex-guy she was dating, because that sucks. So, El Idolo, I feel you, brother. Lo siento, hermano. Lo siento. So, it's tough. It's tough.
What is that thing I sent? What was that thing I sent to you earlier that was hilarious about Mexican Americans?
I don't. Right, Jesus Christ! Please end that sentence correctly.
It said there are 2 Mexican Americans you cannot speak down on unless you are ready to die for that shit.
Right.
And there's a picture of Eddie Guerrero and Selena. And Rocha was like, "You're goddamn right."
Yeah, it's true.
I thought that was hysterical.
You don't fuck with Selena, you don't fuck with Eddie. That's for damn sure. Apparently, it was, according to a number of sources here, it was Charlotte who broke the thing off. I mean, she was talking glowingly about this guy all the time. What do you think happened? Do you think it was the AEW thing? Do you think it was the WWE stuff? Do you think it was her frustration with Becky? Do you think all of that just kind of put her in the worst place? And maybe he was, what do you think happened here?
Maybe they just grew apart. Stuff happens.
Okay.
Like it could just be something simple.
Well, apparently WWE, Idolo called out the WWE after security had to come in to escort Charlotte out. So maybe she felt like, yo, kick the F back. This is my business. Maybe she felt he crossed the line there. Who knows? All right. Well, there you go. I mean,
we'll hit you up with some relationship news next week. Next week in relationships. I don't know if anybody else is broken up. Ricochet and Casey Catanzaro are no longer together as well.
What?
Like, what the heck? Yeah, Ricochet's going out with somebody else. I was like, what the heck? Either that or he's cheating like very openly.
Oof, that's a shame.
I don't think he is, but that's kind of sad. They seem like they were good together, but it is what it is. All right, can we move on to something else?
I mean, they announced their engagement in January 2020. You know how many people I've seen who announced their engagements and broke up during COVID? It's just very, very interesting. I mean, it seems like there was a crap ton of divorces that were on deck here. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, dude, because you got to live together and like be together so long. Like if you were in lockdown, my goodness. Like,
oh yeah, all those celebrity divorces during COVID, in my opinion, were happening because these people were jetting all over the world, shooting their stuff, so they weren't around each other all the time, so they could deal with each other in doses. When they were stuck in the same house together, woo,
all bets are off.
Yeah, Armie Hammer, Kelly Clarkson, all those people.
Well, didn't Armie Hammer want to like eat somebody?
Well,
like,
that was after, but the divorce
was it his deal? Yeah, like. Whew.
Yeah. Zeno Hour tried to make himself real big. He said, I take full responsibility. I was in Charlotte DMs bashing Becky. Sorry, everyone. Jesus.
Why are you hating on Zeno?
Zeno, if you could find Charlotte's DMs, I'd be happy for
Shoot your shot, brother.
I guess. All right.
There are some female competitors on female wrestling competitors on Twitter that have their DMs open, and it's just like, God, why? Like, why would you even invite that in?
That's so dangerous. Are you crazy?
Yeah, it sounds like a recipe for disaster.
I have my DMs open, but everybody knows if you mess with
me. Well, no one's gonna. No offense, I don't think like the majority of people that come through there are gonna like, hey, look at my wiener. I don't.
You don't know.
Well, I don't. I said the majority. I don't.
Know what I get. I'm a Thursday night Messiah. Anyway, all right.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right. Well, anything else to talk about here? I know you want to move off from the relationship news. You get real uncomfortable with that relationship news. Anything else we need to touch on?
No, I don't have anything. I'm trying to see if I got anything. I didn't get like any new wrestling figures or anything, so we're good.
Okay. I've got one Streamlab that came in from Justin Toner. Justin, thank you so much for watching us tonight, brother, man. Hey, John and Aaron, do you think Kyle O'Reilly and Johnny Gargano will go to AEW? I have a feeling Johnny may go back to the WWE after the baby is born. Adam Cole told the Bucks last night on Dynamite he has a surprise Christmas gift for them next week. Kyle O'Reilly?
Well, I think that Kyle O'Reilly being the Christmas present is a red herring. It's probably Johnny Gargano would be the higher probability of returning. I think Kyle O'Reilly's as good as gone. There's nothing for him.
Right.
There's nothing for Johnny Gargano in NXT. Now, if they move him to the main roster, it's different.
Right.
He does have something depending on how they use him. As the track record goes, probably not well. So it depends on how you're going. Like, did Shawn Michaels talk to Vince? And he's like, yo, Vince, like, we got this guy. Or is it like, how is it for Johnny Gargano? I don't know. So more than likely, they both go. But I think Kyle O'Reilly for sure.
Yeah. I think Kyle O'Reilly's gone. I think Gargano will come back. And I think there's, a little bit of time hanging out, being with Candace as they go through this birth of their child. I mean, you take a little bit of time. You want to be there. He's earned time off to be with them and to help her during this time and to be there and be a great dad right off the bat. And then once things kind of level off, he'll figure out what level he wants to come back to the WWE and what's there for him. And that happened with Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. Remember, they had their child, and then they took a little bit of time, and then Bryan eventually, with the injury and all that, he came back. Brie tried to come back, didn't really work out as well, but Bryan certainly came back, now still doing his thing. So you just never know. And I think WWE loves Johnny. I think they're not going to let him go. And I don't see where he belongs, to be honest with you, over at AEW or Ring of Honor. Oh, Braun Strowman. Talk to me about this, Aaron, before we get into the watch along. Did you see this Braun Strowman coming out? Why?
Why?
There?
Why
there?
There's nothing going on there. I don't know why they did this stuff. It's like, here's Braun Strowman in Ring of Honor, and it's like, but Ring of Honor's gone. Like, it's essentially dead. What the fuck?
I don't know. Was it a one-off? There's no way they
know.
signed him to a contract.
I don't know, but I did like, I do like FTR and the Briscoes getting into it. I like that.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
All right. Just throwing it out there. He looks great. He looks fantastic. He looks even better than he did in WWE. So
yeah,
whatever he's going to do, I hope it's a one-off and eventually finds his way back to a bigger promotion so he can make some money, for God's sakes.
I hope that he and his girlfriend, Raquel Gonzalez, have a great time together wherever they're going, and hopefully, maybe Kyle Rittenhouse will be in their corner since they support him.
Oh, Jesus Christ. For a guy who doesn't want to talk about these dating situations, you seem to know who everybody's dating, for God's sakes. It's pretty interesting.
You can't help it when you put it out there. Can't help it. I'm in the wrestling bubble. It happens. I see it all the
time. One more thing. Who's the NXT lady we love so much who's up and coming? Forget her name right now.
Zoe Stark?
Yeah, Zoe Stark. She is off the crutches.
Oh, good.
She posted that on her Instagram. She's off the crutches now. And she posted a video of herself walking. So she said running is next. It's so tough because Zoe was just blowing up, man, when that injury happened, which is a shame. So we're hoping she comes back and recovers quickly and resumes the greatness and the run that she was on, because that woman is a future WWE women's champion, in my opinion. Oh, are we done with the Liv Morgan thing?
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, right?
Go back and fade into obscurity.
Okay. All right, good. That was rough, man. I watched that match. That was rough. All right, let's jump into a match that isn't rough. Rough for different reasons and
rough
for good
and tumble.
ones. That's
sure.
right. An AEW Dynamite match here. Everyone's been talking about this on social media, Aaron. This is Adam Hangman Page, the champion, right? The world heavyweight champion over there in AEW, taking on Bryan Danielson. Surprised this was a Dynamite match, but remember, in the heyday of the WWE back in the beginning, they would put on title matches on their program shows to get people to watch. So smart step here by AEW to not save this for a pay-per-view, especially considering the result. So really smart to kind of showcase both of these dudes, and I can't wait to watch it with you. What else can you say?
That's it, man. I'm sorry. I just had a flashback of like a brick going through an apartment window, and I was like, God. If you know, you know. But like, it's amazing. But yeah, so it's good. Let's watch this match.
All right, let's watch it. Let's do this thing. I put the link in the chat. I'll put it in here again. We'll give you guys like a minute. Maybe we should have put the link in while we were doing our relationship talk so that people could be on top of it.
Well, that's okay. I can stretch. So it's going to be weird because like the match is long, right? So it's actually 2 parts. So you need to pull up part 1 and part 2. And then like, because it's in 2 separate parts because the video is like an hour. So have them both pulled up and then have part 2 ready to go.
I feel like you're saying it's in 2 different parts is what I feel.
It is. It's in 2 different parts. It's in 2 different parts. Dude, they showed the trailer for what did they show the trailer for? Morbius, which looks
Morbius. Yeah.
Looks fucking terrible.
Yeah.
They showed the trailer for the Batman, and I feel like people in my theater like hadn't seen the trailer. They're like, they're coming out with the new Batman? And I'm like, fucking hate everybody. But
it's Florida. What do you expect, dude?
I was surprised at the amount of people that were like, I bought my ticket today at like 2-3 o'clock, and there was like nobody in the theater.
For Spider-Man?
Yeah. And I get there and it's like half full, and I was like, okay. Well, when I left, it's like 7-ish. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Like line
stacked
out the door.
Oh, yeah.
So
because you went to the early screening, that's why.
Yeah, go early, guys. Go early if you can.
Go. All right, I'm putting the link in the. I put the link in the chat here a couple of times now. I'm putting it in again. That is the link. Oh, young boy, calm down, young boy. There are plenty of good human beings in Florida. Don't let.
Hey, I'm in Florida. Don't cut it off the map.
Come on now. Don't let the nuts take the majority of the thing in Florida. All right, let's get into this thing. We'll watch part 1 and part 2. We're gonna have them both up to watch. Can't wait to see this one. I have not seen all of it, so I'm looking forward to reacting to it and watching it with you here, Aaron, on both sides of this. Let me see here. I got to open it in a separate tab apparently. So there we go. All right.
Did Haskell say something about? Hold on.
Haskell, you say something about me, man?
No, I think you said something about Spider-Man. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Don't ruin. No spoilers.
Oh, okay.
30 people bailed after the first post-credit scene.
I know, how stupid.
Do not leave.
Come on, you know what we do here.
Scene. Yeah. The last post-credit scene is incredible.
I was just gonna say I cried twice.
Ooh.
I cried twice. But anyway, let's go. Let me count it down.
All right.
3. And just start from the beginning.
All right.
3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, it's giving me the ad blocker thing. Oh, there we go. We're good now. Nope. I'm watching an ad right now.
How are you watching an ad?
It's on Google Chrome. What do I need to be on?
I'm on Chrome.
I don't know what to tell you. It's giving me a 30-second ad. So let's wait for a second.
Okay.
Stop for you. I'll catch up.
Back it up, guys. Back it up.
Back it the F up.
All right.
It's an ad for Feeding America.
Second. Oh, well. You know, Tom Holland, man. Like, he gets a lot of emotion for like such a young actor. You know,
he does.
He provokes a lot, which makes me sad because that fucking movie he was in with Daisy Ridley was horrible.
Oof, that was horrible, right?
Chaos Walking, and then like he's in that Uncharted with Mark Wahlberg, and I'm like, no, saying it. So yeah. Okay, you good now?
No.
Oh God, still.
Wait. There we go.
All right.
I'm at 4 seconds. CM Punk is on the top rope. Tell me when to hit play.
Now.
Yeah. I love Ruby Soho.
I think it's funny that Brandy's in the open. She's hardly ever in the damn show.
Oh,
I just realized I haven't seen the open. I don't think I've ever seen the open.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it.
You just got to fast forward it into the matches.
Yeah.
Dr. Britt fucking Baker. Winter is coming, you sons of bees.
Rip off of Game of Thrones. A lot of Game of Thrones talk lately for me too in my circles.
This place is missing Mauro Ranallo.
And JR.
Oh,
here we go. Are you watching Dexter New Blood yet?
What is Dexter New Blood? No, I'm not. I don't like Dexter, man. I never liked Dexter. I'm not a Michael C. Hall guy. No offense.
Wow. Well,
look at that. He's in such fantastic shape. What is he like? 48, 45, 46? What else?
Good Lord. I don't think he's that old.
No, he's not that old. Come on. Poor Cole Cabana.
40 years exactly.
Look at those. 40?
Yep.
Jesus. Looks fantastic.
You know why he looks like that?
Why?
Vegan.
He can what?
He's vegan.
Vegan? Please. Prince Fielder Jr. was vegan, or Prince Fielder was vegan.
So am I.
He looked the same.
Whole food, plant-based diet for Bryan Danielson. Respect.
Ow! I should have gotten a new Titantron.
Should have came out on a horse.
Dude, I wish I could. If I could have afforded the insurance, I would have. I don't know. I'm out, but who knows? Who knows?
Oh, God. Here we go. One more match.
No. But I deserve a better send-off some point down the road. That's for sure.
Hey,
something I control from beginning to end.
Let's team up. Let's be a tag team.
You got to show you can win a match besides an exhibition wrestling match that your friends wrote the questions on.
Okay.
Don't start.
We could be partners. We could be heroes. Be a better partner than Matt Nost.
I think JT and I are. I don't know, Matt. Well,
Matt
I
the
think
Ghost
JT and I
Nost.
have business to finish as partners at some point down the road. Not yet, though.
Okay.
Oh, with a white tie. Respect to Justin Roberts for that white tie.
Confession time. I don't care for Justin Roberts.
I know you've said this a couple of times. What did he do to you?
I think he sounds like a mark. Like,
oh, how? Wow. A mark. The American Dragon. Oh, he's undefeated.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Him and Punk, right? Undefeated?
Well, I'm sorry. He's been defeated once in some sort of like multi-man match, but he's never been pinned.
I don't count those. Looks like I don't count losing at free-for-all as a loss on your record.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I agree.
You guys are like kindred spirits, not only because of the Cowboy stuff, but like, Virginia.
Yeah. I almost got one of his shirts during the Black Friday sale on Pro Wrestling Tees, but
dude, his Bullet
pull the trigger.
His Bullet Club shirt is kind of amazing. Like, I think they make it anymore, but it was really cool.
I'm just trying to stay away from black shirts, man. I got too many of those, so I'm trying to like keep some color in here. But he does have a navy blue one on Pro Wrestling Tees that I really liked.
Right on.
I got to see what Gargano's got. I haven't even looked to see what Gargano's got.
He's probably got every color.
It's not as good as this belt, but it's a nice belt. It's a nice belt. He's got a little Ziggler look, doesn't he? A little bit. That hair.
He's always had that hair.
I know.
Good to hear Taz on the commentary. Did you see Taz's son, Hook? Did you see Hook's debut?
No way.
Last week.
I did not see Hook debut.
Dude, it was great.
Really?
You gotta look that up. Yeah.
More than Dominic? Better than Dominic?
Oh, yes. 100%.
Better than Kurt Hennig?
No, come on. Easy now.
But better than Randy Orton?
I think in terms of like first match on television, maybe.
Better than Tamina Snuka?
Yeah.
Possibly. Oh, goddamn. Another
I haven't seen a debut from a person that has like that little of experience that did that well. Yeah. And I know this is, I'm going to say since Kurt Angle, but people are going to misconstrue that. I don't think he's like a Hall of Famer like Kurt Angle, but I think that like
it's a strong
coming
statement.
Natural to somebody, like he looked like he'd been in there forever.
Okay.
So good. Shout out to Hook.
How do I turn off this ad blocker thing? I think this is going on.
What? Dude, you got to get an ad blocker. What the fuck?
Oh, you got to get an ad blocker.
Yeah, you got to have an ad blocker.
You can't even turn off the ad blocker. All right,
are you paused?
No, I'm watching. Okay, they're locked up right now.
Okay. You don't watch enough nefarious things on your computer.
I really don't. I try to stay away from that stuff.
Oh, Bryan Danielson doing some jumping jacks.
Oh, look at that. Look at this. Boardwalk Hall. What the hell is that?
What are you talking about?
The ad down below there.
Oh.
AEW Revolution. Have you already seen that on yours? Am I ahead of you right now?
AEW, a little bit. AEW Revolution taking place in Orlando, Florida.
Are you going to this? March 5th?
Yep.
All right. Where are you at time-wise?
6:30.
Okay. 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000. There we go. All right. All right.
Little chain wrestling action here.
Oh. Speaking of Virginia, I'll be going to Virginia for a few days next week.
Right on. Going to see the mom?
Going to see the mom. I haven't seen in 2 years. Going to see my niece and nephew. Going to see my sister.
Awesome.
Going to maybe go down and see a museum or two in DC.
That'd be cool.
But I'll be honest with you, man. The average low down there is about 30 degrees. So,
I'm going to Pittsburgh this weekend. So I'm going to, tomorrow, while we're not doing strong style this week, I'm going out of town.
Right.
Tomorrow I'm flying to my hometown in West Virginia to meet with my grandma and some family.
Respect.
And then my best friend and his dad are taking me to the Steelers and Titans on Sunday.
Oh, nice. That's going to be a heck of a
Heinz
game.
Field. Yeah, brother. And then, so we're going up early on Saturday to meet with some friends and do that whole thing. So, and it's supposed to be 39. So
don't be surprised if the Steelers pull off a victory there.
Shit. Did you see him last week? They were horrible.
I did. They came back. They almost won that game.
Ben Roethlisberger might as well he's giving it up after this year, but it's like, dude, come on.
Oh, no. He said he's not going to be with the Steelers anymore after this year. He didn't say he's not coming back.
He doesn't need to be with anybody. He's good.
I have a horrible feeling the Washington football team is going to sign him.
Oh, God.
Oh, the Jumpin' Jacks again. There we go.
That just reminded me, like, Hangman Page has that mole on his face. Someone told me that Charlotte got her mole removed off of her face. Can anyone confirm?
It happens.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying that was.
I should have played Dan in some stirrups.
Chaps, you mean?
Chaps.
Assless chaps.
Assless chaps. I should have thrown him off with that. Assless chaps. Oh, can you imagine the response from Skybound and Carbon Health would not have been positive, I imagine.
Never heard of Carbon Health in my life. Never heard of it.
They're good health. They're a leading healthcare company.
Stop it. You're not a part of that anymore.
Listen, pal. No, they sponsor the channel.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
My bad, everybody.
Son. They're good people over there.
They're a great healthcare provider if you need it. Zeno Hours says, breaking news from GCW. Jonathan Gresham is defending his newly won Ring of Honor Championship against AJ Gray this Friday. I don't know who AJ Gray is, but I will say I had to LOL at GCW because they put up a graphic for like an upcoming show, and it had Johnny Gargano on it. It said Johnny Gargano will be there, but if you like zoomed in on it, it had like very tiny on it said will not be there. And the wrestling world kind of like lost it. They're like, oh my God, he's going to be in GCW. It's like, yeah, he will not be there.
Read the fine print.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
I like Taz as a commentator.
Yes, I do too.
One of the rare ones has been able to cross over and actually be interesting. I mean, Jesse the Body.
Tony Romo.
Oh, how dare you. That's a whole
Phil Simms.
Point. Although Romo kind of, him and Nance excusing Rogers really rubbed me the wrong way, man. I had a hard time with that one.
Joe Buck.
Oh, yeah. It was Joe Buck.
Joe Buck yourself.
It wasn't Buck. It was Nance and Romo.
You know who I really like on commentary?
Who's
Gus
that?
Johnson.
Oh, I love Gus. Gus is the best.
Dude, he loses it.
He loves it. I used to fantastic. My God, they scored the touchdown. There's no time left.
He might be the Black Jim Ross.
I think he is the Black Jim Ross. I think that's a great way to put it. If he ever leaves the NFL, they should definitely have him call matches. He'd be great.
I was watching this, like, I know we should probably be talking about this match, but like I was watching this thing about, I was watching this thing about like crazy comebacks in the NFL, and it was like a stupid game between the Jaguars and the Texans. It didn't mean anything. Like they both had losing records.
Right.
And the Jaguars won on like a last minute play, and Gus Johnson is acting like the Jaguars won the damn Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was
freaking out.
Yeah, it was like a Hail Mary or something.
Yeah,
like
the tip pass.
Yeah,
and he was just like
incredible.
He's like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like it in my life.
The Jaguars win. The Jaguars won.
Oh my God, Jaguars. Speaking of which, Tony Khan and Shad Khan firing Urban Meyer, and if you know what's good for you, I know who your next coach should be.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
It is the current offensive coordinator of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, your former number 4 overall pick, I think, Byron Leftwich. Byron Leftwich comes home to Jacksonville to be their head coach.
Wow. Well, him or Eric being sleeping with the enemy should be the coaches. One of the two, because, I mean, Bieniemy obviously there in Kansas City, although I think the narrative for Bieniemy at Kansas City kind of frustrates me because I absolutely think that Andy Reid is keeping him around, and I think Bieniemy is maybe turning down the possibility of head coach because he's going to take over that team with Mahomes still in his prime.
There you go.
That's my belief.
And why wouldn't he want to do that instead of going to the fucking Jags?
That's what I'm saying. So although the narrative has been, and he's been taking advantage of the narrative, that like, oh, these coaches are not hiring black coaches. Or the owners rather not hiring black coaches. And I totally respect that because the written rule should be followed. But by the same
token, Surfboard by Bryan Danielson. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yikes. By the same token, I also think like I wonder if Bieniemy is actually turning down some of these possibilities. Oh, my Lord. Oh, that hurts, man. That hurt. I remember stretching like that once. Pulled my groin.
Was that your ex-girlfriend that stretched like that? Doing her yoga shit?
Oh, yeah, her yoga shit, yeah.
You know,
she's married to one of the VFX people now who did Avatar, who did these last 4 Avatars.
Yeah, whatever. Those movies are never coming out.
I don't know. She's actually one of the Na'vi. She like swims in the ocean, all that kind of stuff.
Right on.
Or in the water. Cool. So yeah, she set herself up. I wasn't big enough for her, bro. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Make of that what you will. But my wife is a former ballerina, and she does. Yeah, not like the Moscow Ballet or anything, but she did ballet for a long time.
Respect.
And I swear her legs are like Doc Ock's like tentacles. Like
what?
I'm
do you
telling
mean they're wiry, or do you mean they're strong?
Well, both. I'm telling you, like she'll just be sitting there, and she'll be like, I don't know. Let's say she's like writing down something on a piece of paper. She'll be sitting on the like Indian style,
right,
writing on something on a piece of paper, and she'll have like another piece of paper in between her toes, like holding it like a fucking monkey or something, like a gorilla.
Wow.
And then she'll just hold it up like, oh, okay. And then just like keep going. I'm like, what in the fuck?
Wow.
That's weird.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I hate. Do you know how much I hate the counting thing? I'm so done with it. People are like done with the what chance. I'm done with the counting chance.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I hope that we're entertaining the chat.
I got another ad here. 8-second ad.
God, dude, you got to get an ad blocker.
It keeps popping up here. I don't do nefarious things in the world. So
I mean,
I'm at 1426 right now. Where are you at?
I'm at 1450.
Oof. All right, let me catch up here.
I don't know.
1454 now. I'm 1454 now.
Okay, hold on.
Where are you at?
I'm going to pause at 15. So tell me when you're there.
Oh, at 15?
Yeah.
I just crossed it. 1502.
Okay. All right. So I don't want to pay for NFL Red Zone, dude.
Red Zone?
Yeah, I don't want to pay for it.
How'd that come up?
I got an ad block. That's why I got an ad blocker.
Oh, respect.
Brian with some shots here, man.
I pay for direct tickets so I can watch my football team.
God, I'm sorry about that.
That was so. I mean, but I couldn't believe we came back, dude. As horrible of a first half as we had, I was shocked that we were still somewhat ended at the end and could have won the game, for God's sakes. If Carter doesn't drop that pass,
if you don't get a blown call,
oh my God, it was totally a fumble. What a throw. What a ridiculous call that was. Clearly, arm was in motion, knee was down. Like, give me a break. I was so mad about that. But then again,
going for the buckshot. Nope. Brian foils it. Sorry, go ahead.
But then I don't want anything positive to happen for Daniel Snyder anyway after reading that new report. So fuck him.
Yeah. And shout out to your co-host on Game Time, Winston, for saying that Tennessee was done without Derrick Henry, yet comes back and wins 20-0. So eat that.
Who did you guys play?
The Jags. But it doesn't matter.
Give me a break. You can't crow about the Jags.
Dub is a dub.
Don't go after Winston.
He said Tennessee was done. He's like, they're done without Derrick Henry.
That was clearly quitting on its coach.
He's like, oh, they're done without Derrick Henry. Yeah, they beat the shit out of the Rams. Like, the shit out of them without Derrick Henry. They lost one game without him so far. One.
We'll see what happens in Pittsburgh.
They play to the level of their competition. I'm telling you, dude. They beat Kansas City this year. Like, they that's what they do.
What's the score for the game right now, actually, because there's an NFL game going on right now.
Let me find out. Oh, it's the Chargers, isn't it? Chargers and Chiefs.
Chiefs are up 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. It's only 7-0.
That damn Justin Herbert, I tell you.
Ooh. Yeah, those throws he was throwing against the Giants last week were incredible.
It's like he's good or something.
Yeah. Again, I encourage all of you to go back and find the old not Game Time, what were we called? Sports Time shows where I predicted that guy would be a star in the NFL. Justin Herbert.
Who would have thought, though, like, honestly, like an Oregon quarterback would have been a stud?
I knew Mariota was a joke, but I
Yeah.
knew that
They don't have a good track record.
they don't. You're right. They don't. Just like Cal quarterbacks until Aaron Rodgers came along. There weren't that many good quarterbacks coming out of Cal. A lot of them could light up the screen, but couldn't win games in the NFL.
It's those Notre Dame quarterbacks, man. Bastards. Yeah. Joe Montana.
Someone
but
just, go ahead. What?
Oregon, like Achilles Smith.
Right. Oh, Joey Smith, right.
Joey Harrington.
Yeah. Oh, Harrington was crap.
Dennis Dixon.
Mariota.
Yeah. Mariota. Now Justin Herbert.
I don't even remember Dennis Dixon.
Yeah. Dennis Dixon played for the Steelers for a lot of years.
Yikes. Yeah, but Mariota, he had a couple. I mean, like he took the Titans, I think, to the. Didn't they take you to playoffs like a couple times?
I think 1 year, yeah.
1 year, right?
But then we were like 8-8.
Yeah. Mariota. I mean, Jameis is still in the freaking league. I like the Saints right now. I think the Saints would have made the play, would have won the division possibly.
Yeah, he was having a good year till he got hurt.
That's what I'm saying. If Jameis had stayed in there and not gotten hurt, I think he would have they would have challenged for the division, which I would not have expected from a Jameis-led Saints team.
Some knees here by Bryan Danielson. I know we keep talking about football, but I can't get away from this. Like, who do you like? You know about the Cleveland Browns, like jersey of death, right? Like the quarterbacks, like all the quarterbacks have been for the franchise. Does the Washington football team have like the same amount?
That knee to the back of the head.
That was nice.
That is.
I mean, do they though? It's like Can you name me a good like Washington quarterback?
We've never had a franchise
20 years.
Damn it, another ad. We've never had a franchise quarterback. Never. So
Theismann?
Nope. That's not a he got injured before he could really fully be the franchise quarterback. He was our starting quarterback, but he wasn't the franchise quarterback. I'm at 1920 now. Damn ad. Oh, here, another ad. This is an ad in the show. State Farm ad.
All right, I'm going to pause at 1940. So let me know when you get there.
1940. You're that far ahead? God,
yeah, I don't have ads.
All right, 6, 7, 1940. There we go. State Farm.
Yeah, like I'm like Patrick Ramsey.
Oof. Heath Schuler.
Mark Rippon.
Jason Campbell.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
Dude, we've had crap quarterbacks for the most part since Theismann. They've had the occasional spike, like Doug Williams coming in for 1 season or 2 seasons. Mark Rippon finding the promised land for 1 whole season. That's it. Which was insane to think about, man. I mean, because it wasn't like Trent Dilfer where he managed the game. He was a star, a stud for that 1 year in 91.
Talk to me about The Matrix. Are you allowed to talk about it yet? You're not allowed to talk about it?
It's better than the last 2 films. That's all.
That doesn't say shit.
Yeah, I know. That's all.
Is it better than the Animatrix? Let me ask you this. No. Is it necessary? Like, did you watch this Matrix movie and you're like, I could see why they did this? Or do you just, okay.
Hypothetically, if someone does something, you want it to have a reason and not be the same story or ending that we got before. That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Hypothetically.
Because I'm already confused because I'm just like, I saw The Matrix like a long time ago. I don't think I ever saw it twice. If I did, I'd be surprised. But I was like, wait, wasn't Lawrence Fishburne Morpheus? Like, why is the dude from Candyman Morpheus now? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
They're not the same characters? Like, is Hugo Weaving in it? I'm so confused.
It's a good question.
Sorry, bumped the microphone, but like,
I think maybe
it's just confusing to me. You don't have to go. You don't have to go into it. It's just confusing.
They want to go with younger people. That's what I'll say. We gotta get some of these bands, these diamond bands, dude.
Fucking hell. I just realized I haven't watched the animated Grinch yet.
Which one? The original?
The good
one. Or the Cumberbatch one?
The good one.
No.
It's only like 20 minutes, too.
It is. You know, it's quick. I remember Nost put that on the list of top 10 Christmas movies, and I was like, that's a damn TV show.
Yeah. I like the Jim Carrey one. I don't care what anybody says. I like it.
Jim Carrey one? It's weird, but it's not bad, but it's weird.
I think Jim Carrey really goes for it, dude.
Sorry,
really
man. You mean the Grinch film, not Christmas Carol.
No, I like that one too, though.
Yeah. I like the Grinch movie.
The Patrick Stewart one that they just showed a preview for, also good.
How dare you? Stop it.
It's good.
Unless you tell me his Moby Dick was good. Come on now.
It was not.
It wasn't good.
I like Patrick Stewart in most things. Bill Murray.
Without hesitation, this motherfucker.
Bill Murray, dude.
No love for Michael Caine, huh?
Muppet Christmas Carol?
Come on now.
It's classic.
If you put that chopped coal in there, I'm going to teach you something. Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
Bit speed picking up. Hangman catches him. Fall away slam.
Ooh.
And a nip up.
Oh, look at that.
I've always wanted to be able to do that.
I think I'd break every bone in my body if I tried to do
I'm going to put it on my vision board for next year.
Please. If you put that on your vision board and do it, I want that covered live on a Strong Style episode.
I was looking at my vision board from the past couple of years because it tends to be the same. And I did one thing. I got a house. I was like, oh, checkmate on that one.
Yeah, it took a bit for you to get it, but you did get it. Oh,
yeah.
Balls on the road.
We didn't know if we were going to live in Florida, but we decided to. Yes, nice move.
Nice lariat. 23:56 for those of you who are watching along. 24 minutes now for those of you who are watching along. That's where we're at.
Appreciate everybody sticking around. If anybody wants to talk about anything else that's not related to Spider-Man spoilers, go for it.
Yeah, I got this full screen, so if Aaron gets if anybody sends in a comment or a chat, let me know.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Okay.
But I just wanted to say, I told Rocha this before we went on air. Marissa Tomei, Hall of Famer, boy.
Oh yeah,
Hall of Famer. There was someone released a Twitter video today of her it's not scandalous or anything, but it's just her on a couch, just making faces, and I'm just man, that is a beautiful woman.
Scandalous. Yeah,
nothing scandalous about it.
She is fantastic.
She is amazing. I mean, she's great in The Wrestler, of course, but I really like her in Crazy Stupid Love. I think she's hilarious in that movie.
She is very funny in Crazy Stupid Love. I'll always take my cousin Vinny, though.
Yeah, I watched that the other day, actually.
I like a woman who can sass you. Oh! That's how you do it, Charlotte Flair. For the love of God. Don't let the other person have to move over to catch you. It's so obvious that you're out of control. That Adam just hung in the air that little extra bit so that Daniels could move himself slightly in position to catch him. It was great. That's how you do it.
Was it Justin Toner that was sliding in Charlotte's DMs? Is that who that was?
No, it was not Justin Toner. No, that was Ranger Donald, I think.
Oh, Ranger Donald.
Justin Toner would never slide into Charlotte's DMs. He's too much respect for that to do this. Oh, there's that sign that got a lot of controversy. What'd you think about that sign?
What sign?
The Vince ends more careers than COVID. The sign was right up there. I saw some people on Twitter. Oh, my brother Chris Hayner over there, and I think GameSpot, he tweeted about it and said it was a terribly tasteless sign.
That is very tasteless, yes.
Yeah.
But I will say that the AEW sign that got me rolling was if you know CM Punk's entrance theme, The Cult of Personality.
Yeah.
Jim Cornette has his own version on his podcast called The Cult of Meat and Extra Cheese. And he's not making fun of Punk. That's just what he says. And someone had a sign that said The Cult of Meat and Extra Cheese. And I thought that was pretty funny. Love corny.
Don't listen to those people.
Love
extra
corny.
Cheese means you're tearing your gut to pieces.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't
Human beings are not meant to consume dairy products, yet we do.
I know, isn't that weird?
I know. That's why we're naturally a self-destructive species, man. I don't want to get philosophical in the middle of a wrestling match.
No, that's okay. When I was a teenager, or maybe 19 or 20, I was drinking a glass of milk one day, and I stopped, and I was like, "Why am I drinking this? What is this providing me?"
I haven't had anything but almond milk for Years, dude.
Well, they always say like your parents in the commercials already told you like milk is great for your bones. It provides calcium. Actually, it does the opposite.
Yeah, it's quite a lie. But that's the milk.
That's
big
the
milk
power
of milk. Big milk. Yeah, exactly.
Big milk for you.
The big milk companies. I'm launching a lawsuit next week against the big milk.
Maestro Cradle.
Uh-oh. Wow. Oh, where are you at right now?
27.55.
Okay.
I didn't drop some A's in the chat. I don't know what that said.
I don't know.
I don't know what that sign said.
Look at his body shot. How can you hit with a closed fist and it's okay? What the hell?
Yeah, you got to watch a closed fist there, ref.
Come on.
Oh,
nice reversal.
Bad position.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, it's not an omoplata yet. He doesn't have the arm fully, but thank you,
God.
Excalibur, you jack off. Maybe Taz should be calling omoplatas and not you. Went for the dead eye, didn't get it there.
Oh.
Bryan going for an ankle lock?
Oh, whoa. Is that an ankle lock? No? Okay. Just want to make
Doesn't have a fancy name, no.
No one did a better lock than Angle. No one. I don't care.
Ken Shamrock.
No.
Oh!
Shamrock. Oh, freaking hell. Another ad.
Kick to the gut, man.
It's this. I wish you guys could see this ad. It's an 8-second ad of just this overly lifting dude. All right, I'm going to 29. Where are you at right now? 2905?
29.15.
15. Okay.
This might have been a bad idea. You should have gotten an ad blocker.
Milk was a bad idea. Well, you didn't tell me. You should have told me.
I said that during the podcast that if you're
during
going to
the
watch
podcast,
it,
you didn't tell me.
Get an ad blocker.
Go get it. I was too busy co-hosting it. I like Danielson's best. Shut up. I should have done that. I should have come off as a heel the whole time.
Got to get an ad blocker. You see no ads.
Oh.
See Zeno Hour in the chat saying too many ads. Like, brother, you got to get an ad blocker.
I apologize, man. How much is that? Is it free?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Really? Okay. This guy's got a lot of signs, this guy. How many signs did he bring in there?
See, it's funny. Like when you go to a WWE show, they check your sign before you go in. Oh, yeah. They're looking for it.
It said Eric is Meltzer's Beesh. I don't know.
Oh, going for the buckshot lariat here. Oh, and Bryan bailed out.
Ooh.
I saw this clip that was going around the internet of Eric Bischoff and Jim Cornette on that WWE show Table for Three, like when they had that.
Yeah.
And like Jim Cornette was just saying, like, not mean, like not yelling. He was just saying all the stuff that Eric Bischoff did that was stupid and like sucked, and all the stuff that he did to Cornette. And oh, good Lord.
Jesus Christ.
And like Jim was like, how come you just never acknowledged that, Eric? And Eric Bischoff was just like, I didn't feel like I needed to. You're such a dick about everything, dude. I hate Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, well, that's his game now because you're right, because he's guilty.
Yeah, he knows he's guilty.
That's why he responds that way. Oh, I didn't think I had to.
Oh,
oof, I didn't think I needed to.
They call Bruce Pritchard the Artful Dodger. How about Eric Bischoff?
Bischoff was on something the other day talking about and he looked rough. He was on a podcast as a guest, and the podcast had 250 views on YouTube. So it was a show, not even podcast, a show. And I was like, why is he on a show with 250? I can get you 250 views plus if he came on my show.
Well, he does have his own podcast that gets like millions of listeners.
Yeah, so it's weird that he would go on a small show like that. It just feel weird.
Maybe he's a friend.
Maybe.
Shout outs.
Here's on the vision board of 2020. I'm going to start sending out a lot of feelers to get guests.
Yeah, please do it, man. Please.
Uh-oh. Someone bladed.
Yeah, you got to get it in the hairline. Very nice.
Did you see that video of that dude at the independent wrestling match who like completely demolished the referee?
Yeah.
That was rough, dude.
Yeah, that was really bad.
That dude should be in jail. I know they didn't press the cops didn't press charges and the referee's not going to press. I'd have put that motherfucker in jail, dude, because my man was making $125 to become a bloody mess. That's ridiculous, dude.
His name's like Hannibal or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
It's what gives independent wrestling a bad name. Like these this is why I don't like them, because you can't regulate them. Like it's just
true.
It's just the Wild West.
It is.
And
Speaking of Wild West. Yeah, right there.
Fuck that.
Just power through the first half of the movie. You'll love the second half. Anyway, go ahead. Go.
I don't like it. I don't like any of those movies.
How West? Is it because it's British?
No, what does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. You xenophobic SOB. I'm just asking a question. If you got British people.
I like Sherlock. I watched it. I watched what was that? Luther? I watched that too.
Lufa. Look, my girlfriend made me a salad for dinner, but that's Popeyes right now. She's out visiting her sister with the dogs. When we're done with this show,
well, DoorDash.
I could run. Oh no, she has the car because they still haven't returned my car. Shit.
DoorDash, brother.
Oh, the middle finger to the crowd, Bryan Danielson. What the hell? Oh, another ad. God damn it, son of a bitch. You just as soon as the ad's over, you just tell me where you're at, and then I just jump to that moment.
Oh wow, this is still on.
All right, where are we at?
I was talking about the Snowpiercer series.
Yeah.
I'm at 34 minutes right now.
Okay.
New season. Ooh. You big Snowpiercer fan?
No.
You don't like it?
A lot of people like it. I don't. I just haven't.
I
like the movie.
Yeah, I like the movie. I don't like the show.
The show got a lot of bad reviews in the first season, so I never went back to it and people will tell you to go back to it, but I watch 500 fucking things. I don't have time to add another show to my resume that isn't going to get me that many views to review it on the channel. It just doesn't make sense.
That's why you should review Dex. You should review Dexter.
I know a lot of people haven't said about it.
It rocks, dude.
Yeah, John Huey is one of my friends over there on the Resistance broadcast, the Star Wars show. He said, like, this season of Dexter is a return to form.
Yep.
I know Aaron said the same thing, too.
Yeah,
but
100%. Clancy Brown, man, like come for the blood and guts. Stay for Clancy Brown.
One of the greatest voices in the history of man.
I'm gonna say something really stupid.
Okay.
Because I didn't grow up with it. Like it wasn't my deal. Like I didn't know that he was Mr. Crab. I had no idea.
That he was what?
He was Mr. Crab, right? On
yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh, wow.
Until the other day, I guess it was his birthday or something.
Yeah.
And like Nickelodeon or somebody sent out a tweet and said, happy birthday to our Mr. Crab, Clancy Brown.
Yeah.
And he responded and said, well, thank you very much. And I get back to work. That's tremendous.
He follows me on Twitter. I couldn't believe it. He followed me. I was like, oh my God, I love Clancy Brown.
Yeah. Shawshank, man. That's it.
I was just going to say, still one of the top 10 best villains on film ever. And you don't even get to see him get his comeuppance like in a big extended scene. It's just through the window, him crying, being put into the back of a police car. It's brilliant. Because he's so funny such a villain, dude.
Before I saw Shawshank,
yeah,
I knew him as the villain in Pet Sematary 2.
Oh, right. Pet Sematary 2. Yes.
As the fat kid's dad. I say fat kid because I'm fat and I can say that.
I was wondering about that today. Like I almost made a crack at the Spectacular. And then I thought, well, because I'm a guy who struggles with my weight. I'm a big dude. I was like, am I allowed to say that? Or am I not allowed to say that? Because obviously women call themselves the B word, call each other the B word rather. And you wonder, and of course the N word's involved too. Like that's a different situation. But like, can overweight people call other overweight people those names? But yes. I guess you can unless it's a familiar thing and you're all involved in it. That's the difference, right? Because women are calling each other that from a friendly place, and black people are doing that from a friendly place when they're using the N word. Can we do that? Can overweight people do that as long as it's understood by all of us that it's, from a playful place? I don't know. Can we own that word again?
I think it depends because like you have people that like deny that it's a thing. Like I don't deny that I'm overweight. I think it's pretty obvious, and it would be stupid of me to deny that. But like my friends that are also like big guys, I don't like say, "Hey, you fat fuck." I don't say something like that, but I say like my friend Dwayne, I call him Big Time, and that's just what we call each other. That was what they called him when we worked together. They called him Big Time because I wasn't as big then, but he was a big guy,
right?
So I just call him Big Time, and it just stuck.
I'm kind of a fan of 2 tons of fun. I'm kind of a fan of that one, but because that doesn't necessarily imply.
I don't. Oh, here we go.
Oh! I feel like that hurts Danielson more than.
No, it hurts the shit out of you.
That's what I'm saying. Oh,
it definitely hurts like a sumbitch.
Oh, yeah. How much of these submission holds legitimately hurt? Do you think?
It depends on which one it is. Like
I feel like the Boston Crab legitimately hurt.
If you crank on it, yeah. If you crank on it, any of them can hurt.
Or the lion salt, or whatever it was. The
well, yeah, Chris Jericho fucking lands on your chest.
Yeah, true.
With his knees.
Oh,
I'm telling you, Rocha. Next week we got to do, because obviously next Saturday is Christmas. I don't think we're gonna have a Christmas show.
Yeah, no, we won't have a Christmas show.
But I think we should do no holds barred. I think that's the time.
So you want to pre-record a no holds barred watch along?
I do,
and put it up on Christmas. All right.
Because back in the day when no holds barred was coming out on like VHS or whatever, there was an ad on WWE shows where Vince McMahon did the voiceover, and he would say, "Don't have a regular Christmas, have a no holds barred Christmas." So it fits. Have a no holds barred Christmas, pal.
Oh,
man,
that is not going to leave your knee in a good state of mind.
Oh, by the way, speaking of knees, I have to go to physical therapy on Monday.
Uh-oh, why?
I have a ruptured meniscus.
What? How did you do that?
It's not a good story. Like it's part of being old.
Yeah, okay.
So I have a truck that is
I've never ruptured a meniscus, and I'm old. Go ahead, yeah.
I have a tall truck. I have an F-150.
Of course
that has running boards. Like you got to step into the running board to get onto the truck,
Jesus Christ.
And it's standard.
You can't take the hillbilly out of the board. Go ahead, yeah.
Anyway, that's accurate. But anyway,
got a gun rack in the back. Yeah. Anyway,
I don't. But so I was at the gas station and I was filling up, get some gas, and it had rained, and I went to step into the truck and my foot got stuck in the mud.
Oh,
so like when I went to get in the truck, I hyperextended my knee.
Oof.
And it just like never got better. So
that's not good.
I went to the doctor the other day for a checkup. She's like, "Yeah, we should probably get that looked at." So.
Wow. Are they gonna the figure four? Woo! Speaking of which, Flair said that this match, he congratulated both gentlemen and said they took it to the next level.
Yeah, it's also worth noting that Ric Flair said, in terms of is Bryan Danielson one of the best wrestlers ever, he said, he's okay.
He did say that. He did say
he's all right. Okay, Rick.
That was way out of line because he is one of the best wrestlers ever.
Okay, buddy. Here we go.
So
picture in picture.
On the mud.
No picture in picture this time. We're back. Yeah, I didn't slip. Like my foot was stuck.
Yeah.
So when I pulled, my leg just didn't come with me.
Oof.
Yeah, it hurt. That is
rough.
And that's it. I didn't get in a wreck. I didn't do it like playing football. I didn't do it like playing basketball at the Y. Like, no. Fucking
son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Were you cussing up a storm there in the rain?
No, not really.
Okay.
It was just annoying. Like I've never had a knee injury, so I didn't really know how to deal with it. I was like, I guess I just don't get up for a while.
Yeah. You gotta put ice. You gotta elevate, man. Put ice on it, elevate it.
Well, I've been wearing like this runner's brace, which is it's just like a thin strip around your kneecap, like to keep it stable. And my doctor was like, "Yeah, it's a really good idea. She'd probably wear that." I'm like, okay. So
look at the blood on the ring, dude. That's not hygienic. That's how you get Omicron, man. You can't be messing around with it.
Let's see. No Streamlabs or Super Chats.
Oh, that's a shame.
in.
Come on, guys. No support for us on coming live to you on a Thursday night. Send us some love. Where's Hill Nellums, for God's sakes? Come on.
Arturo Zamorano says monster truck shows are sweet. Never been to one. I've never been to one.
I've been to 3 monster truck shows.
Would you believe that I've never been to a monster truck show, but I have been to a tractor pull?
Yes,
and a rodeo.
I believe that. If you hadn't been to a monster truck show, a tractor pull, or a rodeo, and you lived in Florida, I would be shocked.
Do you know, are you in the loop about the Ford F-150 and taxes?
No, what's going on?
So I found out that a lot of people, like rich people,
yeah,
and people that have like landscaping businesses and stuff, they will buy a Ford F-150, which is what I have, and they will, because of the weight of the F-150, because it's so fucking big, it's the only vehicle, commercially available vehicle that you can write off completely on your taxes.
What?
You can write it off completely.
Nobody told me this before.
Because most cars, like if you have it for work, you have to like write off the mileage or something like that. No, you can write off the whole damn car.
Right.
Because of the weight. And I was like, wow, that's really good to know. Tombstone from Adam Page, 1, 2, close to there.
So close.
She was into it. That girl was into it.
Where are you at right now?
I'm at 43, 49, 50.
Ooh. Wow, that was a good tombstone. This is awesome. We're 9 minutes away from the end of this one. It didn't quite go a full hour, but still. Pretty long one.
Chris Taylor with a $2 super chat says Danielson is AEW's best signing.
Wow. Over Punk?
I think
over Miro, over Soho.
I think, definitely over those two. But like
over Pac? Wow.
Yeah, I think that in terms of overall, I think you might be right. In terms of what they already got in return, yes.
I can't put him over Punk, dude. Punk was a game changer, man. It was a sea change.
I would like to bring up that I did take an unofficial poll for several things during the week on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, thank you for joining in the poll.
What was your unofficial poll?
I took a couple, actually. Let's see what I got here. I asked, because I figure on New Year's or whatever day that is, we're gonna do our best of the year.
Yes.
So I took a couple polls to kind of get an idea where people's heads were at.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, who was the top female wrestler of 2021? I gave 4 options and then said list those in the comments. Nobody listed any others, but we had a tie
between
Bianca Belair,
fair,
and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Wow, no Charlotte and no Becky.
No Charlotte, no Becky. Others receiving votes: Thunder Rosa, and definitely. Deanna Pratzo.
And who? Oh, Deanna Pratzo, right?
Deanna Pratzo. And then I asked, who is the top male performer? Who's the top male performer of 2021?
Yeah.
I think somebody was nominated in the comments. Let me see. Bryan Danielson was in there. Darby Allin, Kenny Omega, CM Punk, Edge, Big E, Okada. But who won who won the pony was 62.5% of the vote. Roman Reigns.
Reigns, of course.
And then in a second was a tie between Kenny Omega and Big E.
Oof.
And then Will Ospreay with no percent of the vote. So then I asked the question, who's the most impressive, quote unquote, rookie of the year?
Yeah.
The listings were Carmelo Hayes of NXT, Daniel Garcia of AEW,
right?
Dante Martin of AEW, and Braun Breaker of NXT. Braun Breaker, 75%
no surprise.
of the vote. So there you go.
I don't know if that's recency bias or the fact that he as a rookie is getting so much time on NXT that it helps to kind of see him as the odds-on favorite.
And he's been impressive as fuck.
He has been impressive, no doubt. Let me get your thoughts on this. I was getting in a little bit of a playful Twitter battle with Kate Mulligan and Thomas Harper, who I respect greatly for being a Star Wars champion. There's a big debate about who's the rookie of the year in the Schmodown.
Okay.
Is it Thomas Harper?
Oh
my Lord.
Deadeye on the apron.
If they had, his head has got to go between his shins to fully sell that, but it didn't quite get there. Still,
close
hell of a
enough.
move if you're
Close
watching
enough.
it from far away. Thomas Harper, undefeated, I believe, and won the Star Wars belt and defended it.
He beat both the DiMolantas?
I think he did beat both the DiMolantas.
God.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Beat one DiMolanta for the belt and then beat the other one in the final. And Griffin Newman, 9-0, entering, or 10-0 rather, entering into Schmodown Spectacular, had won both tournaments that were running concurrently, singles and tags at the same time.
Oh, God.
God damn it, right to an ad.
Okay, I'm sorry. You said what? He won what tournaments?
He won the singles tournament and the tag team tournament at the same time. And he won the tag team tournament with a fellow rookie who had crashed out of the singles tournament in the first round. I gave up my spot to that kid. But that is, I think, and yes, he lost to Shazam. He lost to Marisol. But I think what he did merits equal respect for Rookie of the Year as Thomas Harper. So to me, I think they should share the award because no one has gone 10-0 to start their run in the Schmodown. No one. So
are you asking
Harper
my
didn't
opinion?
go 10-0. He was just undefeated.
Are you asking me my opinion?
Yes.
I think that if you won both tournaments,
yeah,
you had a 9-0 record, and you main event 10-0, and you main evented a live event,
3 of them.
Okay, you main evented 3 live events.
Yeah,
you should be the Rookie of the Year over that other guy. Like, no offense, like the Star Wars Championship. No offense, again, is, with all due respect, is a niche belt. It's like it's one series of movies. Like the Schmodown is all encompassing. So it's like that to me is more impressive than one genre. I could watch every Lethal Weapon back to back a million times and be the Lethal Weapon champion. But is that as impressive as going in and answer 100 questions about 25 different genres?
I'll tell you, I'll give you, exactly. And that's a great point. And I don't want to take anything away from the Star Wars. And certainly a lot of Star Wars fans, a lot of Star Wars belt holders are very upset when players get very upset when you bring that up because they go bone deep on these Star Wars questions and they're not easy. Okay. And I totally get it, of course.
Sure.
But I think that, and obviously, but there is an element of truth to what you're saying. Please, Shaq, never come back. There is an element of truth of what you're saying here because, what if I became the Westerns champion? You could argue that my victory or my belt would mean more because there are more movies from which to choose from to get bone deep on than the Star Wars movies. Yeah. So I agree to a degree, but I also think as a rookie coming in and beating all the greats in the Star Wars division that he beat merits equal respect to what Griffin Newman did.
Did he beat give me a breakdown. Did he beat what is his name? Alex
Damon?
Alex? He beat him?
I don't know if let me take a look here.
Someone hooked me up on that. Did he beat Molly Damon?
He did I think he beat Molly Damon.
Okay, that's impressive.
I think he did. Let me see. I'm going to see if I've got
but it's
usually the Collider or the Schmodown. Here, Thomas Harper Schmodown. Here we go. There's a wiki now for Thomas Harper. He beat Adam Witt. Adam never wins, so no big surprise. He beat Eric Whiteley. He beat Ace Cabrera.
He's good.
He beat Evan Bushker.
Okay.
Which is goal leader. That's my brother. Then he beat Andrew DiMolanta for the title. Then he defended against Nikki DiMolanta. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches all year. If I'm looking at this correctly, and arguably 4 of those matches out of the 6 were against really tough competition.
Yeah, I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
I think if I can shoot you straight, I think that the Star Wars
You
title
always
belt
can shoot me straight.
to me has never been impressive. Like, not
Hey,
well. I shouldn't.
In case I clip this out, you are the former co-host of the original version of the Schmodown Rundown. You are a legacy host. So
that's correct. I've
he's
never
not talking out of his ass, ladies and gentlemen.
I've never liked the Star Wars Championship. I think that is I think it's a Christian Harloff vanity thing, honestly. Like, I don't
disagree with you there.
He loves that. Look at this. Oh, spinning lariat. But anyway, I think, Christian loves Star Wars. A lot of people do. I get it. Be ready to switch. Be ready to switch to part 2 here in a second, guys. We're close.
Oh my God, there's a part 2. How much longer does this go? Whoa!
Like 7 more minutes. But
what a clothesline, dude.
But yeah,
I agree with you. It's a vanity title because Christian loves Star Wars.
Absolutely. It was built for Sam Witwer.
Yes.
And
to get attention to the Schmodown. Yes, of course.
Yes, and that's fine.
Yeah, and that's fine. Look, it's Christian runs the thing. He's got a right to construct a title that he wants to control, but you can't also not agree that it is a bit of a vanity title. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Let's. You ready to switch to part 2?
Oh yeah.
Okay. 3, 2.
You mean? Yeah. Let's go.
Part 2.
See what kind of ads come up for me.
Here we go, guys. But I don't know. Like, people said that James Bond should be in an Inner Geekdom category. I don't know if it is. Maybe it is. But, like, I always hated that because I said, when has anyone ever gone to a James Bond convention?
Right.
That's not a thing.
I don't know. They might have him in England, but I don't know.
I doubt it.
Right.
Someone in England can help me out with that. But to me, I don't like the Star Wars Championship. I think it's like silly in certain ways. Like, you could have a horror championship. I think that if you're going to do that, then just add that in there.
Yeah, that's I mean, I've said this many times. That's a valid point.
1, 2.
Oh.
Nope.
I'm still on the ads. So where are you at?
1 minute, 5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't have the blocker, so I've got to deal with these ads playing.
So where are you at?
I'm at, let's see when it comes on. I got the 8-second terrible ad of the dude who lifts weights here. Here's how a groom made sure his bride would never forget their wedding day. Yikes.
Guys, next week it won't be like this because we will have no ads for.
I'm at 2 seconds. Okay, hold on, let me turn it down a little bit because it's kind of loud.
I'm in a minute 15, so I'm
minute 15. So I'll jump over to minute 15. Hold on. To minute 20, maybe 22. Minute 22. How about that?
Well, pause it there for a second.
Okay.
And unpause.
Okay. So let's look at Griffin's history. He beat Mark Edward Hoyk. Not going to say that's a good victory. He's not that strong. Free for all. I didn't say how many rounds he lasted. He beat Jacoby Bancroft. He beat Drew Grant. He beat Josh Horowitz at a live event, New York live event, Brooklyn live event. Then he beat Paige for Betty, who everybody remembers beat the choke. I call him the choke now. Then he beat, instead of the boss, then he beat Bibbs. Then he beat the Barbarian and lost to Marisol McKee. So you could argue that
I would argue that he's had a more impressive resume.
Yeah, you could argue that. I mean, his marquee victory is Bibiani. No offense to my brother, the Barbarian, but this is the first year we actually got to the later stages of a tournament, got some victories. But Craig is no joke. I think next year he will be. Now, on the tag team side of things, they beat Final Exam, Paulo Yama and Lon Harris, who beat me and JT, by the way. They beat Deception. That's Adam Collins and Marisol McKee. One former champion and one current singles champion. Then they beat the Press Room, who upset Ben and Dan. That was Perry Nemiroff and Josh Horowitz. So beating Josh Horowitz again. And then they lost to Shazam, Bibiani, and Brendan Meyer. So to me, that's an impressive resume of victories against giants. Whereas Harper has a victory against Nikki, who is just announcing herself. Also,
holy
crapola. Wow. Is that it?
Only a 2.
Oh. Again, you've got to let the head go a little bit lower so you can sell the move. That's
dude, it works.
Come on.
It works. Okay, so Chris Taylor says, what's happening next week? We're going to do a no holds barred watch along. It's going to be pre-recorded. No offense, we're not doing a Christmas show. I love you guys, but I got
Zeus.
family. We're not gonna do that. So, but yeah, for our Christmas present to you is No Holds Barred, the ultimate matchup between Rip and Zeus.
Yeah. Zeus. Wait, JMB says he thinks Star Wars is the toughest division. That's ridiculous. Let me ask you a question from a 1935 movie. Those are the things that are in play when classics get spun. Audrey Hepburn, which is 1950s, 1960s movies. I bet 9/10 of you all in the chat right now wouldn't be able to survive in the singles or tag team with some of those questions if they floated out to you. Because there, as Aaron said, there are multiple genres that you can spin on into the wheel, or they're in the first round, or end up being your 5-pointer because it's a random number. You have no idea what's going to come up. So to me, this idea that you think it's the toughest division, I think is ridiculous.
I look at Star Wars like this, like maybe at a certain point it will be the toughest because you're just going to run out of shit to ask questions.
It seems like they're already running out of some of the questions they were asking, for God's sake.
It's like, what color boot is Poe Dameron wearing at the Siege of Jakku? It's like, fuck, man. Like, I have no idea. Like, I've never watched it that close.
But that's the thing, Aaron. This is what makes the Star Wars division, although tough division, also the easiest study for, because you know how
with the buckshot
they're going to come be. So you can go and watch those movies, take the notes that you need to take about everything that's going on the screen, and then memorize them. You know, you can pull a Will Ferrell and regurgitate them and not remember what you said. So at one side, it is the toughest division, but it's also one of the easiest to study for, because you know exactly how many movies are involved and what's in the movies. IG division, that's the toughest division possibly, because going bone deep on 300 specific movies, although you know the 300 specific movies they are, it's still incredible to compile notes at that level to have for any possible thing that could come up. I think that division certainly is one of the toughest divisions, if not the toughest divisions in the Schmoedown.
So going back to the match here, I think something they shouldn't have done was announce the time limit was running out, because that's when people knew it was going to be a draw.
Sensed, right? Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it's a draw. But like, the thing is, like, Bryan Danielson has been in 2 draws now. He was in the thing with Kenny Omega. And
he won't let him lose.
Draw. Yeah, but what the fuck? 2 draws?
Yeah.
Like, Bryan can't beat Hangman Page in an hour? Like, what the heck? You know what I mean?
See, JB says, you asked me who was the director of photography, Third Man. I would study for it. No, you wouldn't, JB, because you wouldn't know that would be a question they would ask you, especially with classics, which are thousands of movies. Don't fool yourself that it's 100 movies or 50 movies. Classics are thousands of movies. That's all those movies that they were making before 1970. Boom. Wow.
That's it. In the Maltese Falcon.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Fuck. And you say, I would study for that. JMB, who's never actually played in the Schmoedown. Oh,
quit dogging JMB, man.
I'm just saying, he's shooting his mouth off here with no knowledge. I'm a 4-time champion.
You're not a player anymore. You're not a player.
Yes, but I've been there. It wasn't like I retired 5 years ago. Oh,
you blipped out. You're gonna be gone for 5 years.
If only.
Well, that does it for Hangman Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. I know we go off topic.
We do. Did you? But we kept 40 people watching our watch.
For sure.
Thank you so much. What did you think about them making it a draw? You were just mentioning how he's drawn twice now.
I think it's annoying that it's 2 draws. I don't care that it is a draw. I think it's annoying for Bryan to have 2 draws in such a short period of time. It's like, why can't he fucking win? Like,
right.
What's the deal with that? I mean, it's a great match. I mean, there's no denying that, but what's the story we're telling here?
Yeah, it's true. Do you think they're doing this? Look at this. I love how the referee just like pours it in Adam Hangman and they just throw a bottle of water at Daniel Bryan.
He's a heel. Throw it at him.
But like, what do you think what do you think the end goal is here? By the way, this was an incredible match. Just brutal, and paced really well. But what do you think the end goal is here? Are they testing out to see what the reaction is for Hangman Page through these matches to see if they're going to let him keep the belt or give it to Daniel Bryan? Or is this just to build up Daniel Bryan so that when he eventually loses, at least he had all these draws so he can claim that it was a tougher match than he actually was?
I think Tony Khan knows where he wants to go. And I think someone had made a good point. Someone smarter than me, probably, that Bryan Danielson should win the AEW title, and the person that should take it from him should be CM Punk. And I said, well, that's very interesting. Like, I didn't really think. I know it's silly, but I should have thought of that because that makes a lot of sense. That's a big marquee matchup.
Yeah.
And then you can do your Kenny Omega versus Adam Cole and stuff like that we're going to get down the road. But yeah, I mean, I think that's eventually where we're going to go. Like, Hangman winning the title was a big moment, but that doesn't mean that Hangman needs to carry it for another year. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Ricky Steamboat beating Ric Flair was a big moment for Ricky Steamboat, but he lost it at the next pay-per-view. I'm not saying that's what should happen, but I'm just saying, like, if he were to lose it, I think people would be okay with that.
Yeah.
More so as they would if something else happened. So
yeah, exactly. I love this joke. Spider-Man. Arturo's on. Spider-Man's going to be my favorite hero after I see New Way. Probably. I would have liked to play Rocha in this Fairmount watch. Ridiculous.
Listen, man, I'm not even a Spider-Man. I would consider myself not a Spider-Man person, and I fucking love that movie. Like, I like it better. I like it better than Endgame, and like that. I like it better than that. I think it's
that is a strong statement. Wow.
I think it's the best superhero movie ever made.
Wow.
I think it hits every beat that a movie like that is supposed to, and I think even though it is flawed in some places, I think you forget about that shit real quick. Like, because we're on to the next thing.
That's what I said in my non-spoiler review. I said I could ding it for a couple of the jokes that maybe didn't work, or a few jokes that didn't work in certain moments. I could ding it for a couple of things because you have to come in with a lot of knowledge before you walk through the door. But in the end, I forgave all of it because the overall effect of the film, the overall quality of the film overrides any remote nitpicking you might have about the movie. It's incredible. And from top to bottom, I can't, because the bar was so high, the hype was so high, I can't believe that they cleared the bar. That's what's incredible.
They did.
They cleared the bar, and maybe no other film aside from Endgame or Infinity War had this kind of hype behind it in the MCU, and they cleared the bar. And the MCU keeps showing you they can clear the bar. The Black Panther, they cleared the bar. That stuff can happen here. So it's incredible. Shang-Chi, they cleared the bar, in my opinion.
Well, I know we're doing a wrestling podcast, but I think the thing is with me, is like when Endgame happened, I was like, okay, well, that's it. Marvel MCU, nice knowing you. Let's take a little breather here. And you got WandaVision, and I liked WandaVision.
Yeah, WandaVision's great.
Falcon Winter Soldier, and you got Loki, and now you've got Hawkeye, which I'm really enjoying Hawkeye, by the way.
Hawkeye is great. I haven't watched the latest episode. I'm doing that right now after we're done.
Oh, okay. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. Macaroni and cheese with hot sauce. Shout out. I thought I was the only fucking weirdo that ate macaroni and cheese like that, but I am not. And I was happy to be in that. But anyway.
Yes.
So that's not a spoiler, but it's just like when it came up to this, I was like, okay, Shang-Chi, I'll see it when I see it. I never say that about Marvel movies.
Right.
Got to see it. And I was like, I'll see it when I see it. Then the Eternals come out. I'm like, I'll see it when I see it. But Spider-Man comes out, and I'm like, you know what? Like, this feels like it could be prestige Marvel picture. Like, it feels big. Like, Eternals and Shang-Chi, as good as Shang-Chi is. Shang-Chi, sorry. Yeah, sorry. As good as it is, it doesn't feel like it's an origin story. It doesn't feel like prestige Marvel yet.
Right. No doubt.
And I don't think it's trying to be. But, this is epic. Like, Eternals is like, whatever. And then it's like, this is epic Marvel. Like, this is in-game level epic feel of, holy shit, this is what they can do.
Right.
And I just hope they can continue to ride that, because you got the stuff with Letitia Wright and Black Panther, and it's like, fuck, this is going to go downhill really quick. So let's see what happens, like, with the rest of it, with like Fantastic Four and X-Men, and if they do that kind of stuff. So, but they put themselves in a really good position with Spider-Man.
I think they've started out Phase 4 in an incredible way. Yeah, you can have your issues about whether they stuck the landing in WandaVision or whether Falcon and Winter Soldier overall was a bit of a neutered series, which I think it was. But there was enough there to enjoy in Falcon, and there was a lot to enjoy in Wanda. What If was a great kind of pushing out of what this what Marvel can do now, and what new areas they can explore, and furthering the canon of their characters or their multiverse. And then you jump into Loki, and Loki was my number one until Hawkeye rolled in. Hawkeye has been one of the great joys of the Phase 4, and then you throw in this incredible Spider-Man film, and now you're like 100%. And Shang-Chi as well. And Eternal Zero Defenders, I wasn't the biggest fan, but I know there are Defenders. But overall, I think this is a hell of a start for Phase 4 to get you excited about what's coming here in 2022. You know,
I think, and I'll say this: as good as Haley Steinfeld is as an actor, and she's great.
She is.
I think we forgot that Jeremy Renner was a good actor.
Yeah. I've been saying this on every review we do in the Geek Buddies. One of my great joys of watching Hawkeye has been that Jeremy Renner finally gets to show you what he can do as an actor.
And he's great. Like his emotional beats are great. Him and Linda Cardellini, like I feel like they're actually married.
Yeah,
like,
right.
It all works. It all fits. And I didn't think I'd enjoy Hawkeye, to be honest with you. I was like, fuck. But I've really enjoyed it. I think it's one of the best ones. Like, I mean, in terms of like, there's not much to choose from, but I think it's like one of the best stories that they're telling right now.
To me right now, it's neck and neck between that and Loki for my favorite of the Disney.
I didn't finish Loki.
No, God damn it, dude. What are you talking? Why are you even having this conversation?
All
right. All right, let's go.
I blew through Hawkeye in one day, so I'm sure I can get through Loki.
Wow. Up to catch up. You mean to catch up?
I caught the latest episode yesterday. I'm caught up.
I almost wish I could. Well, I think when it's done, because I'll get to watch it with the Lady Outlaw again for the stereo show. I almost feel like we should just binge it one whole day. She'll make all her notes, and then we'll come back to it.
I did it like
it's a fast watch.
They're 40 minutes or something, and that's like 10 minutes of credits. So like it goes by quick.
It's ironically the one show that starts out longer and then gets shorter every episode as it goes along. So the other ones got longer as they went along. So
those Netflix shows are a fucking slog sometimes.
13 episodes was never necessary for any of them. Maybe Punisher, maybe the first season of Punisher, which I hope down the road, a lot of people clamoring for Bernthal to come back. We shall see. All right, let's get out of here before we spoil anything overall here from either Hawkeye or Spider-Man No Way Home. Hope you guys enjoyed the watch along we just had. It was a lot of, sometimes the watch along is just Aaron and I shooting the shit as we watch the match and give love to the wrestlers for sure. It was great to see Bryan Danielson and Hangman Page going at it. It was an incredible match, and we'll see what happens down the road between those two guys. And then we talked some Kevin Owens stuff, talked some relationship stuff, talked some Jeff Hardy stuff.
Yep.
Hope you all enjoyed all of that. So, Aaron, where can people find you, my man?
You can find me on Twitter at @OnlyAaronTurner, where I will not be giving Spider-Man No Way Home spoilers. I'm a nice person. I won't do that. But next week we're doing it. We're doing the No Holds Barred watch along. It's happening. Cannot say that Spider-Man spoilers will not be in play by next week. I cannot say that because
that's fair.
You got to go see it. But anyway,
you got to go see it.
That's what's happening.
We'll give a warning, though. We'll certainly give a warning before we get into it for sure, so people don't get too spoiled. Thank you, Aaron. It's always a blast to do the show with you, brother. Thanks for being able to do this live. I know you just came out of Spider-Man No Way Home. You probably just want to sit down and relish that movie, so I appreciate you taking the time to do the show with me tonight. I wanted to see what the reaction would be doing it live, so we shall see what the overall numbers are.
Can't wait for my wife to hear all about it. I'm sure she's psyched.
You can follow me at The Rocha Says on Twitter and on Instagram. And hey, gang, we're almost at 19,700 subscribers. I can't believe it. Please, if you're watching us and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe down below. Hit that bell button. Want to cross 20,000 subscribers before the end of 2021. Going to be doing more Spider-Man content, more Matrix content, all of that over the next couple of weeks to try to motivate more people to subscribe. So please be a part of it. Do that. The Geek Buddies will be doing a live spoiler review of Spider-Man No Way Home this weekend. We haven't scheduled a time yet, but we will be. Tomorrow night, I'm doing a special Outlaw Nation show where I talk about my experience at Spread Spectacular, and also what you can still buy some shirts from the event from me. And then also we'll do tomorrow morning or tomorrow around noon, we're going to drop our spoiler review for the recent episode of Hawkeye for the Geek Buddies as well. So look for all of that. And then the John and Wendy show at 3:00 on Twitch, on the Outlaw Nation Twitch. All right, that's it. We're out of here. Take care of yourselves. Much love to you. Be well, and we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode of Strong Style.